Hey guys, and welcome back. We are on our last thing of chapter 2. Okay, it's just the review. I want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on, and so I'm just going to kind of go through and explain how to do these problems. Okay. All right, so we are going to start with number 1. We have the fraction 17 over 25 is written as what percent? Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I am going to make this equal to 100 because every percent is always over 100. Okay, so we have 17 over 25, and we need to equal that to 100. Okay, so 25 times 4 will give us 100. So we're going to do the same thing on that, which then we will get 17 times 4, which is 8, 2, 4, 68. Okay, hope that's right. We will get 68 over 100, which then will give us 68%. All right. All right, so now we're going to write 0.02% as a decimal. Okay, so again, if we're going to go from percent to decimal, all right, we are moving left times 2. All right, so I'm going to make 0.02%, and I'm going to go 1, 2. Fill my egg carton, which then will give us 0.0002. Okay, that will be our decimal. All right. Number 3, it says what is 39.5% written as a fraction in simplest form. Okay, make sure you are doing this in simplest form. If not good. Okay, so we are going to write 39.5, all right, as a percent. So we're going to make this a decimal. So 1, 2. Okay, and since it ends in the thousandth place, we're going to put it over 1,000. Okay, so 395 over 1,000. All right, now I need to simplify. Okay, so I am going to divide both of these by, I'll start with 5 and work my way down. Okay, so 1,000 divided by 5 is going to give me 200, and 395 divided by 5 is going to give me 79, and I believe that is as simple as I can go. So 79 over 200 is going to be my answer for number 3. All right. All right, number 4, we have what is 24 written as a percent. Okay, so remember, if we are going from decimal to percent, we are moving 2 to the right. Okay, so since there is always, after every whole number, there's always an imaginary decimal there, so we're just going to move that decimal twice to the right. All right, and that's going to fill our egg cartons and put our decimal or our percent point. And so our new percent is going to be 2,400%. All right. Number 17, we have what is 17% written as a decimal. Okay, so I'm going to put 17% and move it twice to the left. If we're going from percent to decimal, we move 2 to the left. Okay, so then my number will be 0.17. All right, number 6, we have what is 0.02 written as a percent. All right, remember, you want to go from decimal to percent. You move right twice. All right, so we have 0.02, move it twice, all right, which will give us 2%. All right, number 7, it says find 0.45% of 80. Sorry. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to, for this one, I would say that we're going to make this into a decimal first, okay? So we're going to make 0.45% into a decimal by moving it twice, okay? Fill in the A's. So our new decimal is going to be 0.0045. And I'm going to just multiply that by 80, all right? I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm going to multiply it by 80. And then I'm going to get 0.36. Okay. All right. So now we have find 230 percent of 46. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make 230% into a decimal. Okay. So I'm going to move it twice, right? So our decimal would be 2.3. Then I'm going to multiply that by 46, which then we will get our answer of 105. Yep, 105.8. All right. All right. Again, we're going to make this into, it says what is 18% of 95. Again, we're going to make this into a decimal. So I have 0.18 times 95, which will then give us 17.1. All right. Last but not least, we have 65% of 220. All right. So we have make that into a decimal. All right. So it'd be 0.65 times 220, which is going to equal to 143. All right. Keep scrolling. All right. So now it says number 11. We have which is greater, a half or less than 3/4. Okay. Which fraction is greater? Okay. So what we're going to do, what I should have done, I'm sorry about this. Okay, so now we can kind of see what's going on, what we're comparing each one to. So we have 11 over 12, 7 eighths, 1/3, and 2/3. Okay, so different ways that you can do this. You can do least common multiple. You know, find a common multiple that they all have. Which I can just look right now. I can see that they all have 24 in common. All right. So I can do that, or I can make them into a decimal. Okay. Since I just saw at the top of my head that it would be 24, I'm just gonna stick with it. So I'm gonna make this to 24, which will be 22. I multiply that by 3, which is going to give me 24 and 21. Multiply that by 8, which is 8 over 24. And then 2/3 is going to be 16 over 24. All right, and I'm going to also make 3/4 and a half into those as well. So that would be 12 over 24. And this will be 3/4 would equal to 18 over 24. All right. So now it says, what is the fraction greater than a half but less than 3/4? All right. So we're looking for numbers that have between 12 and 18. Okay. So if I look, 22 too high, 21 too high, 8, that's way too less than 12. Okay. Nope. All right. So our last answer, 16 over 24, would be our answer, which will be letter D. Okay. All right, so now we're on to number 12. So it wants us to order 75%, 1/6, 3/8, and 0.625 from least to greatest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make these into decimals. Okay, so 75 would be 0.75. Okay, 1/6 and 3/8, I will need to work through them, and I will get, I feel like I've been seeing 3/8 a lot, I should know. Okay, 3/8 is 0.375, and 1/6 is 0.166. All right. So now I want from least to greatest. So the lowest number from those numbers is 1/6. Okay, so I'm going to say 8/3 is out because that is definitely more than 16. All right. So then I got 1/6. So the next highest number would be 3.375. Okay, which is 3/8. All right. So we're good here and here, here and here. Not this one. Okay. The next highest number would then be 0.2625, okay, which was that. So letter I will be our answer, okay. Right, so number 13, it says, what is 12.08 written as a mixed number? Okay, so we're going to write that as a mixed number, which has a big number fraction, and then, okay, it looks like that. So I'm going to make 12 the big number, all right. And since 8 ends in the 100th spot, I'm going to have to put 100 underneath, okay? So I'm going to simplify 8 over 100, and I'm going to divide them by 4, which I will get 12 and 2/25. All right, so that will be my answer for number 13. All right. Number 14 says Beth has made 12 cupcakes. This is 30% of the cupcakes she must make. How many cupcakes must she make? Okay, so we are going to do is over 5 equals percent over 100. Okay, so we have she made 12. Okay, we don't know how many. All right, we know that it is 30%. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to simplify 30 over 100, which is going to give us 3/10. So 3 to 12, we multiply that by 4. So same thing here. Multiply that by 4, and that will give us 40. Okay, so our answer for number 14 should be 40. Okay, what is 3/8 written as a decimal? Okay, so if you want to, you need to kick 3 off, put them in the box, okay, and start dividing. All right, I know right away that I'm going to have to add a 0, so that's why I added a 0. So 8 goes into 30 3 times, which is going to give us 24. And then that will be a 6 and a 0, which then will give us 7. And that will be 56. And then again, 4 and a 0, which will give us 5. All right, so our answer for number 15 would be 0.375.